What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I was not planning on sitting down and filming a video today, but something very exciting showed up at my door about an hour and a half ago and I needed to sit down and film it ASAP because you guys have been hyped about this since the last time I filmed a video with Fix Plus. So to cut to the chase, today we are going to be testing the new MAC Fix Plus Matte. About a month ago, I did a video trying the new MAC Fix Plus shimmers. They came in two different shades called Pink Light and Gold Light. If you have not seen that and you would like to, I'll put a link to it here on the screen. But basically what we did in that video was I tried each color on half of my face and then I wore it throughout the day as a wear test. And I'm gonna do the very same today with the matte version. Now, obviously I only have one, so I'm gonna put it on my whole face. But I'm going to apply it. We're going to see how I like it just upon application, see what it looks like, and then I'm gonna go throughout my day and do some vlog style check-ins with you guys, let you know if it's keeping my skin matte, if it is making my makeup break up faster, if it's making my makeup wear longer because it's matte, etc, etc. Now, just to clarify a few things, some people are not always clear on what Fix Plus does. Fix Plus is not a setting spray, Fix Plus is a finishing spray, so we are not going to expect it to extend the longevity in any sort of a noticeable way. What I do the wear test for is to make sure that it doesn't make my makeup wear less well than it usually does, and also to see that if maybe on the off chance it wears better, because sometimes that does happen even if it's not part of the product's claims. I also, in this case, would like to see if it keeps my makeup matte throughout the day. I am wearing normal makeup today with a highlight and everything because I kind of went back and forth about whether I should do my skin completely matte, but I wanted to test it under the conditions that I normally do my makeup. So I wanted to put it over the makeup that I usually wear because that way it's giving it like a true test, because I very, very rarely, if ever, would go out of the house with a full face of makeup and not be highlighted. And also that way we get to see if the matteness of this product dulls the highlight at all. There are some other parts on my face that are not highlighted, like the center of my forehead, my chin, my whole inner face area, so we will get to see it on both that way. And for those of you who are new here and you don't know, this is pertinent information for this kind of a review. I have combination skin. It is a little bit oily through my T-zone, a little bit more dry toward the outside. Generally though, it's pretty normal, if not extreme in any one direction or the other. Here is what the product looks like in the bottle. Typical Fix Plus bottle. It has the same typography as the shimmer versions on the front, which I really like. And also the product itself looks a bit milky. Oh, and just so you know, before we spray this on, I did do my foundation and my primer and everything, concealer, all that, exactly as I normally do. For reference, I use the It Cosmetics CC cream. As a primer, I use the Fab Coconut Smoothie. And for my under eye concealer, I use the Naked Skin Concealer from Urban Decay. So I'm gonna clip my hair back real quick so we don't get it really wet, and then I'm gonna spray this on and see how much it mattifies me. All the instructions say is the typical MAC Fix Plus instructions. Just hold it 12 inches from your face and spray. So that's what we're going to do. The last time I did a Fix Plus video, I got so many comments like, you use way too much. That's too much for you. This is how much I use. All right, it's still wet, so we can't tell if it's mattified yet, but I'm gonna zoom all the way in so you guys can see as it dries. Now that it's pretty dry, gotta say, I really like the way this is sitting on my skin right now. So it's not like super duper matte, like to the point where it's making me look like dry, because I don't like that personally, so I'm glad. But it definitely did tone down my highlight. It didn't completely negate my highlight, but it looks less intense. My forehead, where I'm not wearing any highlighter, it looks like I'm wearing not quite a matte foundation, but a very natural finish foundation. My foundation that I'm wearing, the CC cream from It Cosmetics, is like natural to dewy, and this I would say is natural to matte. So like not quite a full-on matte right now, but also not dewy either. It kind of even mattified my lipstick a little bit more. This is the Freckle Fiesta Mademoiselle lipstick from Fenty Beauty, which if you saw my review, I'll also link that up here. It's a nice formula, but it definitely has like not a completely matte finish. I would have called it more of like a satin finish, and this kind of mattified it further. I also feel like it somehow made my skin look glowy and fresh, but also more matte than it was before at the same time. I mean, I am under studio lights still, so everything automatically looks pretty good. But at this moment, I'm feeling like I really, really like the way my skin looks. So I'm looking forward to see how this wears the rest of the day, because if it stays like this, then I'll be really, really happy with it. But my forehead, look at that. I mean, it's a little creased because I have wrinkles, but other than that, so far, the first initial impression putting it on my face is I really like it. Much like the shimmer spray, it's not like an incredibly intense effect, but I think that's for the better. I think if you're spraying something all over your face, something super duper intense probably won't be as usable for most people. So it's kind of a nice thing that it's a subtle effect, but I definitely look more matte on my forehead. It definitely toned down my highlighter a little bit, which is not necessarily a good thing, but it definitely did. If you spray it over your highlight, it will bring the highlight level down just a touch. My nose, my chin area, all in here, everything else looks really fresh and really healthy, but still more matte than usual, which I think is really great, because a lot of times, especially on myself, I find that anything with like a very like matte finish on the skin, I just don't usually like it. So this is like a really good level of matteness. If you are super duper shiny and oily, then maybe it won't be matte enough for you. It's really hard to say, but I think for most people, for anybody whose skin is not super duper oily, then it'll be a good amount of mattifying. And generally speaking, if you have really dry skin, I probably wouldn't recommend mattifying products for you in general, and you probably aren't like super interested in this product to begin with, I would imagine. So maybe this one's not for you. I would recommend the shimmer one for people with really dry skin though, because that makes you look real juicy. So now that it's on, now that my face is done completely top to bottom, I am going to go out and live my life for the rest of the day and bring you guys along with me vlog style. So I will be doing some grocery shopping, some normal errands, and then at 5:45, I have got to go to spin class, which should put this quite to the test because you get real sweaty. So if I stay matte through that, it is going to be hella impressive. So we are going to see how that works out. I don't necessarily think that I would expect this to stay matte through spin class. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. You know, why not just put it to the ultimate test since I'm doing that anyway? So I'm gonna step out of the studio and I will check back in with you guys just in a couple minutes actually to show you what this looks like in natural light outside of the studio, and then we'll start our check-in throughout the rest of the day. All right, you guys, as promised, first check-in here in the living room. Also, new vlog camera. So this is the first I am filming on it. And this looks hella crispy right now. So very excited about that. But this is what it looks like in the natural light. I weirdly look so pale today, and I just tanned with a darker tan than usual. I don't know how this is happening. But yeah, so I think the skin is it's sitting nicely. I think I like it. It does definitely look more matte than usual. My highlight is not like blinding anybody, but that's okay. I think sometimes there are some days when we want that, believe it or not. So right now it's 2 o'clock. I'm gonna go out and run some errands. Probably do another check-in around like 4:35 before we go to the gym, and then we'll do a post-gym checkout too. So I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's and get some snacks. Fingers crossed that this holds up nicely because it looks good as hell right now. I think I might be in love with this camera though. Good purchase. Are you a pain in the butt? It's 4:48 p.m. Just got home from grocery shopping and Target, and I have to say, so far, I'm looking a lot less dewy than I would at this time of day. Particularly in my forehead and nose area, like more specifically like around the sides of my nose and stuff. My lipstick is coming off a little bit because I just ate some chicken. But other than that, which totally has nothing to do with it, it's holding up really well, and I definitely think so far that it looks more matte than it normally would. So far it's doing its job, and I really like the way my skin looks today. So I'm impressed so far. I will reserve my judgment to see how it wears as the day goes on, because obviously this was not enough time to make my decision yet, but so far I like it a lot. Okay, you guys, it's 6:44 p.m. I just got back from the gym, and I gotta be honest, I'm a little shocked. I can't even believe that I sweat. Like I had like sweat dripping down my face. I was just very mindful not to touch it. And I'm still not shiny. I don't know how this is possible because it doesn't really feel like it's that overpoweringly matte, but it's like, I'm like still not that shiny. Like my nose, a little shiny, but honestly, way more matte than I would usually be after going to the gym and sweating. To be fair, I don't normally wear a full face of makeup to the gym, but I do occasionally wind up wearing makeup for spin class on days like today when I'm testing something. And most of the time I'm pretty shiny right through here and like really shiny in the center of my face here. I kind of wiped off some of the makeup on my nose by accident, but I don't know, man. I'm looking pretty matte considering the circumstances still. So I was thinking about taking it off after this, but considering that it's still going strong, I'm gonna see how far I can ride this out and try to take it to like before bedtime so we get like a full, maybe, probably won't get 12 hours if I started around 1, but maybe like a 10-hour wear test. So that's what we're gonna try for. So I'll talk to you guys in a little while. All right, you guys, it's pretty much exactly 10 p.m. I didn't quite make it as long as I thought I was going to, but we have been through, wow, my hair, whoa. But I've been through a pretty long day of wearing this makeup at this point. I think it's been like 10 hours or something along those lines. And honestly, some of it has come off, but for the most part, I still look pretty matte. I'm gonna try to get as close as I can to the camera. A little bit of smudgies under here, but nothing too crazy. And just in general, it still looks pretty matte. But what I was thinking, since I'm sitting here at my makeup desk, maybe I can spray a little bit more on right now and see if we can re-mattify the face before bed. Honestly, it's not that shiny to begin with. Usually I am so much more shiny by now. If you are somebody who watches my videos and my wear tests on a regular basis, you'll know that usually when I come on here for my final check-in of the day, I look greasy. Like I look like a baby cow that was just born out of its mother. Like I look very oily. I also would like to note that the mattifying ingredients do separate into the bottle when you let it sit, and it looks really fucking cool. Look at that. That looks so cool. So I was gonna clip my hair back real quick. We're keeping it on the vlog camera because it's 10 o'clock at night and I don't feel like setting up my real camera right now, but let's try re-spraying my face and see how it kind of refreshes the whole situation at nighttime. Because if this is something that you can use when you are starting to feel a little bit greasy at the end of a long day, and it can refresh your makeup but simultaneously also kind of re-mattify you for the day if you're somebody who's oily, I think that could come in really handy. So let's check it out. Let's try it. Also, I have a little bit of wine teeth. I had some wine. Okay. Okay, that actually really remattified my face. I don't have like any extra shininess left over right now. I'm super duper impressed in general. And I'll tell you why this is really impressive to me. So usually when something is super mattifying, what happens is it almost feels drying and tightening, or like too matte and too much, and it makes me feel like my makeup looks cakey. This somehow rides a perfect line between the comfort and the glow of Fix Plus combined with the mattifying properties that it claims on the bottle. If you are extremely oily, this might not be mattifying enough for you, but if you are somebody with combination skin that gets a little bit oily in the T-zone like I do, honestly, I think this is like maybe a godsend. I think that this could be for summer days absolutely fantastic to have, like, especially if it's something that you want to have like for later in the day when you feel like you look a little oily and greasy but you don't want to powder your face down. I think this could be fantastic. As far as I know, this is the only mattifying finishing spray on the market. If you know of any other ones, let me know, but I am not aware of any. So it makes this pretty unique. And so far, I have to say, I absolutely love it. I feel like it's one of those things where like you might love this on some days and want to be dewy on other days, but I can absolutely see how this would come in handy for somebody in their collection. So overall, I think that if you are super oily, you might not want to completely rely on this to keep you matte, but you also could probably keep this around, keep it in your purse or something like that to help you look more matte, but still fresh throughout the day. And if you're a combination like me, then it probably can help you just look matte for the whole day, because honestly, I did a lot of sweaty shit today and my makeup still looked real good. If you're somebody with extremely dry skin, I would guess that this one probably isn't for you, and I would happily direct you to the MAC Shimmer Fix Plus spray or the regular Fix Plus spray, because both of them are fantastic as well. But if you're already dry, I just don't see any point in adding matteness to your face. Overall, I really like this. I'm really surprised that I wound up liking the shimmer one and the matte one so much. I'm a big fan of Fix Plus in general. I think it's a really great product. I always have it on hand. I always have a couple of bottles around that I use for different things. And the shimmer and the matte ones have been a really, really great addition to my collection. And I'm super, super pumped to have both of them. So overall, I would say that this is an absolute success. I hope that you guys found this helpful, and I hope that if you pick this up that you absolutely love it. And that is all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you find these little wear test trial first impression things a little bit helpful, kind of informative. I think it's, you know, it's always hard to give a first impression because you don't get to use the product a bunch of times, but at the same time, doing the wear test I think helps a little bit. So let me know what you think. If you found this helpful, I would super love to hear that. Let me know if you have your eye on this product, or if you're more into the shimmer version, or if you're like the type of person who would like to have both as an option sitting around on your vanity. Let me know in a comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, because that super duper duper helps me out and I would so appreciate you for the rest of my life. Also, if you are not subscribed, please go ahead and do so before you leave, because I would love to have you stick around for more videos in the future. And also, don't forget to follow me on other social media. I'm at Miss Quinface on pretty much every platform. My major heavy hitter is Instagram, so head on over there, say hello. If you want to see more creative looks over there, lip art, behind the scenes on my stories, things like that, daily updates, that is where to find me. And if you like to chat about anything at all, or just send me some memes or something maybe, please feel free to follow me on Twitter. I fucking love memes so much. That's all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.